Salutations, viewers, and welcome to the Ames High 2019 homecoming varsity football game. As your Ames High Little Cyclones will host the Council Bluff Lincoln Lynx. I'm Carter White reporting live alongside, ready to get into it. I'm not sure who won the toss, but it's first going to be the Lynx getting the ball. And we're about to get ready to get into it. It's going to be Will Orth on Ames High kicking it off. And the 2019 high school homecoming game is underway. And he's getting some running room. How about that? On Council Bluffs, Lincoln. A great play that time. All right. And Council Bluffs, Lincoln about to get into their first offensive drive of the game. All righty. And the quarterback is going to be number 12, Lynx Brown, a 6'3 junior, weighing in at 175 pounds. He's going to be the quarterback for the Lynx tonight. That was a give for 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 43-yard line with 11:29 to go in the first quarter. All righty. It's about to be Brown once again. He's going to pass this one. He's under pressure. He runs to his right. And I think he just almost got to the first down. I think he might have been short there.
Yeah, it was just a little bit short, but that rushing game is going to be key for Council Bluffs tonight. That's been their main production of yards. Have 2 running backs with over 200 yards each, but that hasn't propelled them to results. They're 1-4, just like the Cyclones.
Yes, both teams coming into this with a 1-4 record. And Brown has 333 yards total this entire season, 27 for 43, 62.8% completion rate as it's another give up the middle, try and get the first down. I think they might have been short. Steyer on the stop that time for the Little Cyclones. It's no gain on the play. It'll be 4th and 1. And now, let's see. It's going to be 4th and 1 from the 35, and I believe the Lynx are going to go for it. I wouldn't blame them. I mean, it's not too terribly far, the first down.
No, it really isn't. You got to find a way to get that 1 yard. I imagine another rush up the middle here, possibly a quarterback sneak.
Not sure what happened. Is that a timeout? Timeout by Lincoln. I can't say I necessarily agree with calling a timeout this early, but I'm not the one who makes the call. With that, we will take a break. Tied up at 0 with 10:15 for the Lynx. What'll happen next? We'll find out after this break. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it. Still very early in the game. We're only at the 10-minute, 15 mark of the first quarter. No score by either team. Lynx have the ball on the 35 of Ames territory, and it's 4th and 1. And Brown and the Lynx are going to go for it on 4th and short. Brown, a give up the middle, and it's a stop. Greg Chinworth, a 5'11 junior, number 25, who tried to get the stop right there. Emilio Sandoval was stopped by the senior, number 7, Emilio Sandoval. And Ames gets the ball after a turnover on downs by Council Bluffs Lincoln. Coming onto the field now is Cooper Downs. Downs over this entire season has thrown 936 passing yards, 110 of 191 with a 57.6% completion rate. And here's Downs' first play of the game. He's going to run it up the middle himself and get the first down. A great play that time by Downs.
That's trademark of him. We've seen it do it. You've seen him do it so many times over the course of this season. Him's taken himself, and that one got a first down. And we'll see if they can score on this one.
Ames will have it 1st and 10 on the 47, still in Lynx territory. 9:55, and that's going to be number 47. That was Quentin Bradley on the tackle at that time for the Lynx. It makes a first down for the little Cyclones onto the 43. Now onto the plus side of the field for 1st and 10 with 9:50 to go in the first quarter.
Evan Gray is one of the very few sophomores on this team, although he is a very good receiver. The other sophomore that I know of is Mario Napolitano. He's one of the backup kickers, but he hasn't seen much playing time considering Strawhecker and Orth have been the main guys for the special teams.
Here's Downs, who takes the snap, fires a quick throw to his left. It's Papin who makes the grab and gets the first down. A flag is down on the play. Judging by what the Ames offense is doing right now, moving backwards, I'm guessing it was on them. They're not saying who it was on, but it was holding, and it was on the little Cyclones. That takes away the first down that they once had. Brings them, instead of starting from the 43, they now will start from, looks like the 47 back into their own territory with 1st and 20. 9:35 to go in the first quarter. The game is still scoreless. Ames has the ball. Downs, they give up the middle to Papin. He's good for some yards. Looks like he got to about the 50-yard line that time.
Yeah.
Gabriel Daniels, the tackle that time for the Lynx.
Second and 16.
Gain of 4 on that play for Papin. It's 2nd and 16 from the 49-yard line with 9:10 to go in the first quarter, and the game is still scoreless on both sides. It's Downs who throws over the middle. Pass is caught. Strawhacker. That's a first down. And more. He's breaking some tackles and getting to about the 20-yard line. How about that play?
Yeah, he made a couple miss there. Very nice job by Straw. And he's continuing to show why he's one of the best receivers on the team, along with Nate Withers. We'll see if Withers can get some yards here and potentially a touchdown.
With him on the left of the backfield, he almost loses the snap, and he's now scrambling to his right. Still looking to throw. No, he keeps it for himself this time, and I think he might have gotten the touchdown. He gets past the defense, and he's at least quite close to the touchdown, if anything.
We've got a very late flag there that was thrown. Not sure who it's against, but it looks like it's going to be.
And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line with 8:43 to go in the first quarter.
Wow.
Face mask on the defense puts the ball half the distance of the goal, actually, for 1st and goal.
From the 1-yard line.
And Ames very much knocking on Council Bluff Lincoln's door. Downs, a quarterback sneak up the middle.
He got it.
It's good for the touchdown.
Very nice job there by Ames, striking early. That's points on the board early. They may be the only.
Cooper Downs, a great play that time. And he has been quite the guy for rushing. Actually has the 2nd most rushing yards on the team with 171. And now we'll try the extra. Welcome back into it, folks. 8:37 to go in the first quarter. Ames just scored a touchdown, and they now lead 7-0. And Orth is about to kick it off back to the Lynx. Nick Garner and Ben Fitcher back for the return for the Lynx. That is number 22, Garner, and number 24, Fitcher. And Orth about to be on the kickoff. Send it back to the Lynx, who failed on their first offensive drive, and they'll have another opportunity here. Orth, not too strong of a kick that time, and it looks like it went out of the hands just for a second of number 38, who we don't have on our roster for some reason. Might be Xander Hawkabout, I'm not sure. That's the only name that doesn't have a... Well, nevertheless, he managed to hold on to the ball, even though it went out of his hands for a second, saved the Lynx from getting themselves into a deep hole if Ames could have gotten the ball that deep into Lynx territory. And now Brown and the offensive line of the Lynx comes back onto the field for another offensive drive. Brown makes a give, fires to his right side to Gonzalez, incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line with 8.5 to go in the first quarter.
Now that one was a little bit behind Gonzalez there, almost picked off. Had the defender been there just about a step earlier, that would have been really bad for the Lynx.
Brown on the snap again, fires to the right side. It is caught. That is Chase Rich with a good gain right there for a few yards. It was Keaton Wall making the tackle that time for the little Cyclones, making it a 7-yard gain. 3rd and 3 from the 42. They're still in their own territory with 8:23 to go in the first quarter. Brown with his offensive line takes the snap, drops back a little bit, fires to the left. Pass is caught, I believe, by Garner. I think they're going to call that a first down. Yes, they are. And it'll be a first down conversion for the Lynx to bring them to the 49 of their own territory for 1st and 10 with 8:03 and counting to go in the first quarter. And they have a chance to, if they get this offensive drive far enough, tie the game up at 7 apiece if they can.
Yeah. Side note, if you do hear any coughing, I apologize. I have a bit of a cold, but regardless, the game must go on.
That is absolutely true. And Brown and his offensive line ready to get another first down if they can. Brown keeps it to himself and fires to the right side. The pass is caught. That is once again Rich. Tried to make a few spin moves and didn't end up with too many yards on that play.
No, he didn't.
To make it, looks like 2nd and 7 from the 48, now on the plus side of the field with 7:19 and counting to go in the first quarter. And Brown and his offensive line about to set up for another play. Brown's got 2 receivers to his left. Brown fires left side. The pass is caught. That is Fitcher, who gets away from a little bit of the defense, and it's another first down and more for the Lynx. Inside the 35, just outside the 30 for Fitcher. And it'll be 7-0 is still the score. Ames is still up, but the Lynx so far having a successful time getting down the field to try and get some more points on the board, as they'll have it 1st and 10 from the 32 in Ames territory. And Brown with 3 receivers on his right. He's got a man right behind him. He almost loses the ball, decides to run an option play, doesn't get him very far, and just a little bit inside the 30s where it gets him. Sandoval, another tackle. I think that makes it 2 tackles for Emilio Sandoval so far tonight.
Yeah, he's really been all around the ball. He hasn't played much at home, but definitely I'm sure he he's going to get some good playing time tonight, and hopefully he'll be able to make some more important tackles.
6:04 to go in the first quarter. It's 7-0. Second and 6 from the 29 of Ames territory, and the Lynx have the ball. And they're getting closer and closer to tying this game up. Brown takes the snap, looks to his right. He fires. The pass is caught. It's Rich again. Tries to break a tackle, and it's unsuccessful. Only gets him a little bit of a gain, as Strawhacker was on the tackle that time for the Little Cyclones. With now 5:35 to go in the first quarter. Only 2 yards that time. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 27 of Ames territory. At the very least, you might be close enough to try a field goal.
Yeah, not sure how far, if you were to get a couple yards, would probably be around what looks like maybe 42, 45 yards for a field goal, potentially.
Here's Brown, who takes the snap, drops back far. He fires. The pass is no good. Pass intended for Garner that time, and it'll be incomplete. 5:01 to go in the first quarter, and it's 4th and 5. And the Lynx, I'm not sure if I still see Brown on the field or not. They might be going for it here.
He is still on the field to confirm that. They're going to go for it.
They are going to go for it on 4th down. It would be their second turnover on downs if they didn't manage to get it right here. Brown, 3 receivers on his left as he's in the shotgun. He fires to the left side. The pass is caught. Rich, he's got the first down and a little bit more, but he dropped the ball. And Ames picks it up. That ball's going to the Little Cyclones. That is Nelson, Max Nelson, the fumble recovery for the Little Cyclones, the 6-foot senior, number 20.
Regardless, they got the first down yardage, yet they still make a turnover. That quite strange there, but regardless, Ames is going to get the ball back and potentially put 7 more up on the board.
And the thing for Richie that time was it was such a good play, and they got the first down and everything, but then it's just something like that, and huge inconvenience like that to come up for them. Cooper Downs and the Little Cyclones back onto the field from their own 19. Downs up the middle, runs it himself. They need 2 guys to get him. And is it another fumble? Yes, it is. And the Lynx recover it. Back-to-back fumbles for opposite possessions.
I've never seen back-to-back fumbles.
Neither have I, Ryan. That is, wow. You don't see that every day. I'll tell you that, folks. And the ball will go right back to the Lynx, just about to the same place that they were going to be last time.
Who knows? We could see a game of fumbles tonight. Defensive recoveries. Who knows? That would be quite incredible if another fumble were to happen and Ames were to get the ball right back.
4:46 to go in the first quarter, and the Lynx will have it from the 27 of Ames territory. Brown is alone in the back, is alone in the shotgun as he drops back and fires to the right side. Rich once again, his favorite man to go to. And he gets a few yards. The tackle was made by Keaton Wall that time. With now 4.5 and counting to go in the first quarter. A 6-yard gain for the Little Cyclones that time. It's 2nd and 4 from the 21-yard line. And it's going to be Brown who will give it another attempt at the end zone. He fires. It's incomplete. The pass was intended for Fitcher that time. And it's incomplete pass. Will stop the clock at 4:11 to go. And the Lynx will have it 3rd and 4 from the 27 of Ames territory.
Quite a chilly night out tonight for football, although it's nice weather out. Not a cloud, but 50 degrees. You would think we had gone to winter from yesterday.
Currently 56 degrees Fahrenheit as of right now. Brown drops back, his favorite thing to do. Pass is caught. How about that? And it could have been intercepted by Emilio Sandoval, but instead it was caught by Fichter. And it's actually, well, Sandoval could have made an interception there, and it ended in a complete pass, and it's a first down for the Lynx, who are down 7-0 against the Little Cyclones and are closing in on tying the game up. With now 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, they have it from the 14 of Ames territory for 1st and 10. Brown has a man with him in the backfield. He gives to the man in the backfield. That is, couldn't quite see. That is Johnny Padraza making the run up the middle for a gain of 3 to make it gain of 2 rather. Let's make it 2nd and 8 from the 12 is what it should be. And it's 7-0. With 3:20 and counting to go in the first quarter at this point. He's got the same man in the backfield, Brown does, as he takes the snap. He's firing to the left this time. It's Victor who gets into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Lynx strike back at the Little Cyclones.
Just think about it. This is the first points they've scored in, I think, 3 weeks. Their last points came in a 70-7 blowout loss against Lewis Central. And then they were shut out by Sioux City North and Urbandale by the tunes of 37-0 and 56-0. So I'm sure they're going to enjoy every bit of this touchdown as they can.
Trying to put it through the uprights for the extra point will be Miguel Rodriguez to tie it up at 7 apiece. Kick is good. Flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be a false start, I think. Oh, it's actually an illegal substitution on the Lynx. That'll bring the ball back a little bit. Back to, looks like the 8. And Rodriguez is going to have another chance to put it through the uprights to make this game tied. And he does. 7-7. The Lynx tie it back up against the Little Cyclones. And we will get into the next part of the game in just a little bit. We'll take a break real quick. 7-7 is your mark in the first quarter against Lincoln versus Ames. And we'll be right back. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it, folks. With 3:03 to go in the first quarter, the Lynx just struck back at the Little Cyclones to tie the game up at 7 apiece. And they're about to give it back to the Little Cyclones. Let's see who's going to be on the kickoff for the Lynx. Looks like it is going to be, who is that? That looks like Caleb Mazolczyk? Perhaps so. No, it's actually Quentin Bradley, I believe. And as he punts off the ball, nobody gets to it as it goes out of bounds, and there's a flag on the play.
It's seen that a lot in the NFL where the receiver will step back when they're very far back near their own end zone. They'll step out of bounds. If it's right near the end line, put their feet there, touch the ball. It gets the ball almost to, I believe, the 40-yard line in the pros, but I'm not sure. I'll have to fact check that.
3:02 to go in the first quarter, and the Little Cyclones get to come back out here after they lost the ball to a fumble on the first play of their last offensive drive. And the play before that, they recovered a fumble that the Lynx dropped. So we'll see what happens now. Maybe something else crazy as they start from their own 35. Downs, a backwards toss to Papin, who moves to his left and gets some good yardage.
And late flag.
And gets a first down, but we have a flag on the play.
2 flags actually on the play. I'm not sure if they're for the same penalty.
That stopped the clock at 2:54 to go in the first quarter. So far, we're not sure what the call is.
Look like it may be coming back here. We'll see.
Holding on the offense. That's going to bring it 10 yards back, and it'll be 1st and 20 from the 25 for the Little Cyclones. Well, with that being said, it's quite frankly, it seems like anytime Papin has a good run, it's only because something happened that caused a flag on Ames. Downs takes the snap and fires, and Papin is taken down right away. I think they actually lost a few yards on the play.
They did there.
That'll make it 2nd and 20. Still from the 25 to the right side. The pass is caught. That is Phillips, I believe. Yes, it is Phillips, the 6'4 sophomore, number 17. And that time, Brown, the quarterback, actually also playing defense and making the tackle that time. Making it 3rd and still 20 from the 25. With just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, and Downs fires to the left side. A lateral from Strawhacker to, how about that? To Evan Gray. What teamwork from Strawhacker, the lateral to Gray to get the first down for the Little Cyclones.
What a very smart play that was there by Strawhacker, knowing he was going to get tackled for very few yards. Gave it to Gray, who had some open running space and got a very big first down.
From the 48-yard line of their own territory still, it's 1st and 10. Some sort of pig pile happening. We're not exactly sure what happened on that play.
No.
1:35 now, 1:30 actually to go in the first quarter and counting. As they got a gain of 4 on the play to make it 2nd and 6. That'll be from the 48. Now on the plus side of the field for the Little Cyclones. Downs takes the snap, fires to the right side. The pass is caught. That is Cannon making the grab for the Little Cyclones. Jacob Duncan on the tackle that time for the Lynx. That'll give them the first down. Great play that time by the Little Cyclones. And it's now 1st and 10 from the 40, still on the plus side of the field with 1:13 to go in the first quarter. Strawhacker underthrown to the left side. And that time he will so now Downs takes the snap. Papin is given the ball. He runs up the middle. And a fatigued defense is there to meet him there. And someone lost their helmet. That might be the cause of the flag that was just thrown. Clock is still continuing to move despite the flag. I'm not sure what happened. I did see that it was a red helmet, so we know that it was one of the Lynx's helmets who fell off.
They did stop the clock at 51 seconds, but who knows? They may add a few more back. Flag.
Second and 10 from the 35. But first we have to see what this flag will do to that. It's going to move the ball back. It's a face mask call on the Little Cyclones. That's moving the ball back to the 50. And it'll be Second and 20 from midfield for the little Cyclones with just 51 seconds to go in the first quarter and the game tied up at 7 apiece. Downs takes the snap, keeps it for himself as he runs up the middle. He's got some room to run and gets some about 10 yards, it looks like. Good run that time by Downs. And that time on the tackle for the Lynx was Austin Elledge. Now just 30 seconds and counting to go in the first quarter as it's 3rd and 10 from the 40 on the plus side of the field for Downs and the little Cyclones. Downs has to scramble, not going to get the first down. And that was a tackle by TJ Hayes that time. And Downs is staying on the field. I think they're going to go for it.
But I think they're going to let the quarter run out here first.
But first time will expire in the first quarter. That'll do it for the first quarter, folks. Both teams getting one touchdown and tying the game up at 7 apiece at the end of the first quarter. A few twists, a few turns, but for the most part, this has been a pretty straightforward path in this game. We'll take a break and be right back with the second quarter. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it, folks. We're about to start the second quarter. It is 7-7. The little Cyclones have a chance to break this tie. It's 4th and 7 from the 37 of the Lynx for Cooper Downs and the little Cyclones. Downs fires over the middle. Pass is incomplete that was intended for Gray. And Ames will turn it over on Downs, and both teams have turned it over on Downs an equal amount of times, and the Lynx will have it from the 37 of their own territory for 1st and 10.
Well, one of the more important things for both teams now is you have to keep possession of the ball. You cannot afford to turn it over at all in this game because the other team is punished pretty quickly after turnovers.
For a team that's gotten most of their yards from rushing over this season, they've been doing quite a lot of passing.
They have. And we've seen quite the opposite from Ames. We've seen a lot of rushing tonight.
1st and 10 from the 37 as Brown takes the snap. He's firing deep down the field. Oh, my word. Wide open who was that? That was, sorry, folks, couldn't see the program at first. That was Caleb Barnhouse, wide open. And if he played his cards right, that could have been a touchdown. But it just didn't happen. That could have been a touchdown.
Yeah, he was just wide open with acres of running space there. Man, who would have thought that he would have just missed that ball? It would have been a big gain regardless for the Lynx had he caught that one.
Now 11:49 to go in the second quarter. Game is still tied up at 7 apiece. Lynx have it 2nd and 10 from their own 37. Brown takes a snap, fires over the middle, making the grab is the man who just missed the pass. That is Barnhouse for the first down for the Lynx. Strawhacker on the tackle for the little Cyclones, and the Lynx move the chains once again. A gain of 11, 1st and 10 from the 47, still in their own territory. 11:40 and counting to go in the second quarter. The theme of this week's homecoming for Ames High this year was Welcome to the Jungle. They had all types of jungle decorations up around the high school. Brown takes the snap. A strong toss, small strong toss at that that was Padraza, who was just moving to his right. Berkheimer on the tackle for the little Cyclones. Brady Berkheimer, a 5'10 junior, number 14.
Got a rumble in the jungle tonight with the Lynx and the little Cyclones.
2-yard gain that time. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 49, still in their own territory for the Lynx, with 10:52 to go in the second quarter. Game tied up at 7 apiece. Brown takes the snap once again, fires quickly to the left side. The pass is caught. That is Fichtner. That is Fichter, who's, I think, might have lost a yard on that play.
Well, it was a good play by Jonas Strawhacker, or not letting him get much yardage there. He didn't have he only had one guy behind him. If he would have missed that tackle, that could have gone for a much bigger gain.
And now with 10:24 to go in the second quarter, it's 3rd and 10 from the 47. And the clock's still moving. Game is tied up 7-7. Brown's going to take the snap, fire to the right side. The pass is incomplete. That was intended for Rich. And it'll be 4th and 10. And this time the Lynx, instead of going for it like they have in the past, will just give the ball back to the little Cyclones on a punt. Now on the, looks like on the punt that time is Fichter, who almost had his punt blocked. Ball will just be picked up by the Lynx at about the 25 of Ames territory. And with that, we'll take a really quick break with 9:51 to go in the second quarter. It's 7-7. And the Downs and the Little Cyclones will have a chance to break this tie when we return. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube.
No,
Welcome back into it, folks. It's 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. And with 9:50 to go in the second quarter, Ames has the ball. And looks like the ball was given that time, it looks like. Wasn't able to see the play. Papin was the ball carrier that time. 2nd and 9 from the 27-yard line with just under 9.5 to play in the second quarter, and it's 7-7. Downs takes the snap once again. It's a run up the middle by Lipsy. Actually, it couldn't be Lipsy. That's Papin again. Sorry, folks, it couldn't have been Lipsy. He's actually out for the season.
Yeah,
sorry about that. And they decided to snap it very fast once again. I think they got the first down. I think that was... Oh, Downs kept the ball to himself. And it's 9:05 to go in the second quarter, and it's 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. The Little Cyclones are still in their own territory. It's Downs who takes the snap and fires to the left side. It's Strawhacker who makes the grab and gets just a few yards just outside the 45-yard line. It'll be pick up a 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 from about the 39-yard line with 8:35 to go in the second quarter. It's Downs, throws, Strawhacker the grab for the first down into the territory of the Lynx inside the 45. Looks like about the 42-yard line.
Strawhacker's been all over the receiving game tonight, especially on the defensive side as well. Oh, but, long ways to go. Both teams still have an equal chance to win this game.
Downs, oh my word. I know what happened that time. I think there was a face mask, and that was the reason of the flag. But Downs bumped into one of his teammates as he was trying to run it for himself.
This game's been filled with strange plays. Fumbles, turnovers on downs, and
running into each other.
Yeah, no less that. Well, I'd say it's given us a good bit of excitement so far, and I hope that continues.
The face mask call on the Lynx will make it 1st and 5 for the Little Cyclones from the 42 of Lynx territory. Actually, the 37 of Lynx territory. Downs, 2 receivers on his right. one on his left. Downs takes the snap. It's a give to Papin, who goes up the middle, and he's going to be stopped right away. Lots of yards on the play. Fantastic play by that Lynx defense right there.
Yeah, it was. They just stuffed him. Although he tried to break, he almost broke free of the first set of tacklers. Didn't get through the second.
Here's Downs, who takes the snap once again. Moves to his left on the keeper and gets to about the 35-yard line, it looks like. That'll make it third down. And let's see. Third down and 2 it should be. Third down and 3. Third and 3. From the 35-yard line of Lynx territory as Downs fires. Papin makes the grab just barely. Did he keep his feet in bounds? And not most importantly, did he get the first down? The flag's down on the play as well.
I think we got a late hit out of bounds here, Carter. It was a juggle catch. He stepped out of bounds with the ball secured. And we'll see what the official says.
With how many flags are being thrown around, you could almost call the automatic first down on a 15-yard penalty. And that'll bring it to first and 10 from the 35-yard line. With how many flags have been thrown around by the refs so far in this game, folks, you'd think they're a color guard. Downs for the end zone. Oh, pass is broken up. Great job that time by the same man who throws the ball on the other side of the ball. That is Brown, who broke up the pass that time. And it'll be second and 10 from the 15.
It's quite rare that you would think that a quarterback would ever have a chance at an interception in a game, but not the case tonight. Lynx Brown doing a heck of a job out there for his high school.
Looks like we have a timeout taken by the Little Cyclones, and with that, we will also take a break. 7-7 with 7:16 to go in the second quarter. Ames will have it. Second and 10 from the 15 of Lynx territory when we return. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it, folks, with 7:16 to go in the second quarter. Ames has it on the 15 of Lynx territory with second and 10, and the game is tied at 7-7, and Ames closing in on breaking that tie as Downs takes the snap and laterals to Papin to the left side, who at least got very close to the first down. Bradley on the tackle, or pushed Papin out of bounds that time. An 8-yard gain to make it 3rd and 2 from the 7-yard line for the Little Cyclones. Downs the quarterback sneak, and I think that got them the first. And that was, who was on the tackle that time? That was Austin Elledge. And it'll be first down for the Little Cyclones, 1st and goal. Actually, 3rd and 2 from the 7. It's 1st and goal from the 5. The scoreboard was inaccurate for a second. With 7:06 to go in the second quarter, and the clock has been stopped there. Downs taking his time on the snap. Waiting for the ref's whistle, actually. He's got it, and now Downs and the Little Cyclones will try and get in the end zone here. Downs fires for the end zone. It is caught. Straw Hacker. Oh, he didn't keep his feet in bounds. He caught the pass, but not in bounds, and it's an incomplete pass. Almost a touchdown for the Little Cyclones.
Yeah, it was with a matter of inches whether he was going to be in or out there. I thought he was going to go for Withers there, or was Cooper Downs, but you never know. Oh, if You can't tell. Perception is quite different up here.
Downs will take the snap and drop back a little bit. Oh, and he tripped on himself a little bit. Now fires for the end zone. That pass is caught for the touchdown. That is, looks like that was Evan Gray for the touchdown for the little Cyclones. And Cooper Downs, who tripped on himself that time, was able to recover and fire to Gray in the end zone for the touchdown.
Downs has done everything but fall. He's run into somebody, he's tripped over somebody, but he's managed to keep himself on his own 2 feet there.
Orth will go for the extra point to try and make it 14-7. Let's see if he can. Yes, he does. Orth splits the uprights, and it's 14-7. 6:52 to go in the second quarter. Ames gets a touchdown and leads the game now 14-7. The Lynx will have another chance at putting some more points on the board when we return. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it, folks, with 6:52 to go in the second quarter. Ames just got a touchdown and now leads the game 14-7 over the Council Bluffs Lincoln Lynx. Orth will be kicking off for the little Cyclones. Victor and Garner on the will be either Victor or Garner will be on the return for the Lynx. Orth about ready to kick it off. And Orth kicks it off. And on the return will be Victor. Gets it about at the 10-yard line, moves to his left. Not going to get very far. Gets to about the 20-yard line before he's pounded by the little Cyclones. And Brown and the Lynx will set up at about the 20-yard line. That was Berkheimer on the tackle. And with 6:43 to go, the second quarter, 1st and 10 from their own 21 as Lincoln will have a chance to strike back once again at the little Cyclones. And we'll see if they can. Brown still waiting and finally takes the snap, fires quickly to the left side. That pass is caught. That was Carson Shaw, it looked like. And that'll be Ante on the tackle for the little Cyclones. Just under 6.5 to play in the second quarter. And that got them 1 yard to make it 2nd and 9 from the 21-yard line. Gonna need more yards to that to get this first down. For sure. I do apologize if you happen to hear any of that, ladies and gentlemen. 2nd and 9 from the 22 of their own territory for the Lynx. Brown takes the snap. He's in trouble. He has to scramble. Gets away from some defenders. Oh, what a cut he made right there, and he's got the first down. Are you kidding me? Lynx with an amazing run right there. And after only getting 1 yard on the first play, manages to get them all the way to the first down on the second one. Great play that time.
It was a good play by Lynx there. He was able to break about 4 or 5 tackles there. And that's what his eliteness brings to the table. They got 5 minutes, plenty of time to tie this thing up.
5:51 to be exact. Browns will have it 1st and 10 from their own 40. And they're still down 14-7 in the second quarter. Brown will take the snap. He'll give. Moving to the right. That time, not getting very many yards, was Johnny Pedraza. Tackle was made by, I couldn't see who exactly was on the tackle that time.
It might have been Steyert. I'm not sure about that, but
I think it was David Woodruff, actually.
Very interesting.
And it'll be 5:26 to go in the second quarter, 3rd and 11 from the 38-yard line, 14-7. And Brown, before the ball is even snapped, a flag is thrown. It's offsides on Ames. It'll still be 2nd down after that play.
Yeah.
That'll make it 2nd and 7
Yeah.
from, I'm not able to see. Looks like from about the 43,
44,
44, 43. Still in their own territory. It'll be 2nd and 4. With 5:08 and counting to go in the second quarter, the Lynx are still down 14-7. Let's see how much farther they can get as Brown takes the snap. He's going to fire. The pass is through the hands of a receiver and intercepted. And who is making that interception? It's Strawhacker, who brings it all the way to the 10. Right between the receiver's hands and intercepted by Strawhacker. A great play.
Oh, wow. What an electrifying play there. You know, this is going to change the momentum. Look like the Lynx are going to make a nice downfield charge, but now Ames has another potential opportunity to double their advantage.
And now the Cyclones will have it from the 12 of Lynx territory. 4:49 to go in the second quarter. It's 14-7. Downs and the Little Cyclones with a chance to put the Lynx under 2 touchdowns. Downs for the end zone. It is incomplete. Not even getting a hand on the ball was Evan Gray, who was the receiver that was intended for. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 12 for the Little Cyclones. With 4:42 to go in the second quarter, clock's been stopped there. Ames is up 14-7.
They've been going to Gray a lot more recently, you have noticed. Who knows? We might see another attempt at Gray here to get another touchdown. What do you think, Carter?
Could happen. Downs gives. Papin gets a few yards on the play. And with that, I will be handing the play-by-play off to Ryan Eggert for the rest of the first half. Take it away, Ryan.
All right, thank you very much, Carter. 14-7, Little Cyclones lead. Downs will have Papin in the backfield, 2 receivers to his left and right. Downs will keep it himself. He'll fight through a couple tackles, still on his feet. And he'll get about a yard. So it'll go to 4th down here for Little Cyclones, and looks like they'll bring the field goal unit out here. We'll see Will Orth try to put 3 more on the board for the Little Cyclones. Both teams still have 2 timeouts left if they want to try and make a long downfield drive.
Timeout. Lincoln.
Make that just 1 timeout now for the Lynx. 4th and 6. We'll take that timeout with them. We'll be back. I'm Ryan Eggert. You're watching AHS Sports Network on YouTube. We're back here with the Ames High Little Cyclones. 14-7 now. And Orth's kick is through the uprights. 3 more on the board for the Little Cyclones.
It is good with 3:40 remaining in the half. Ames 17, Lincoln 7.
Little Cyclones lead now 17-7. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. And we're back here at Ames High Stadium, where the Little Cyclones have a 17-7 lead over the Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln Lynx. It's been an interesting first half. A couple of fumbles back to back, an interception, a couple turnover on downs, and as Orth will kick this one away. And the Lynx will now try and return it, and he is stuffed immediately at the 30-yard line.
Kick out to the 26, returned by Garner.
Garner there on the return for the Lynx. Both teams sitting at a record of 1-4. We got a flag on the play as well. And it looks like we're going to have a personal foul against the Little Cyclones.
Dead ball. After the play, personal foul. Ames, 15-yard penalty. First down.
Now the Lynx will have
6-yard return and 15-yard penalty.
the ball
Lynx will have first and 10
at their own 47-yard line. Lynx Brown, the quarterback there, number 12. He's been really good on both sides of the ball tonight. Almost had an interception when Ames scored to Evan Gray. Lynx will hand it off to Pedraza. And the pile is just going to stuff him through. It seemed like everybody was just getting on that dog pile. It's like trying to push a boulder forward. It's going to take everybody to move it and everybody to stop it. Second down, and it looks like 2 yards for the Lynx now at the Ames 45-yard line. Brown will have one receiver to his left, 3 to the right, 1 in the back. He's going to hand off to Pedraza, and the ball came out. Do the Ames Little Cyclones have it? And they do. A fumble recovery.
Recovered by number 54, Brennan Ostendorf.
Brennan Ostendorf, a 6'1", 220-pound senior, getting on top of that ball. And consecutive dog piles. And the third fumble we've seen tonight. And if history repeats itself, the Lynx could get the ball back right here again. Not sure what I'm referring to. Ames got a fumble back in the first quarter, and then immediately fumbled it. An unfortunate mistake there. Here is Downs. He'll look, and he's got Strawhacker. Strawhacker makes a man miss, and we'll get a first down.
Downs complete to Strawhacker.
About 12 yards. 2 minutes and 27 seconds remaining.
Lynx 44.
Little Cyclones will have the ball with a fresh set of downs. And we're ready to go again. Clock moving now at 2:23 remaining. Downs will find Withers. Withers will cut back to his left, but he's immediately met
Pass completed to Nate Withers.
by
Number
Anthony
40, Oberlin, number 24, Ben.
E. Oberlin.
Joe
Wow,
Blackwell
he really
reports
trucked
to the
them
east
there.
side of the track. Joe
Nate Withers,
Blackwell,
not the
east side of
tallest of guys, but
Thank you.
yet he's quite the agile man when it comes to a football field. 2nd and 11 now. Downs will drop back. Got lots of time, and that one just goes through the hands
Downs pass intended
of
for
Withers
Withers.
again.
3rd and 11.
Now just a minute 50 remaining for the Little Cyclones if they want to put another couple points on the board. They've got a 10-point lead right now, 17-7. 3rd and 11 from the 45-yard line of Council Bluffs, Lincoln. Downs with lots of time is going to look, and he's going to find Strawhacker, and did Strawhacker get the first down?
Number 21, Jacob Duncan in the
It
stop.
appears that he's going to be about a yard short.
Gain of 10, 4th and 1 from the 35.
And a quick set. We'll see if Downs is able to quick quarterback rush, and he's got the first down and more. What a sneaky play there by Cooper Downs, getting it inside the 30-yard line of the Lynx. Fresh set of downs on a run by Downs.
Gain of 9, 1st and 10 at the 26.
Wasn't it just meant to be? Regardless, minute 19 remaining now. Downs will look now to his left, and we got a flag on the play. And this one is going to be a holding against Ames.
Downs pass incomplete. There's a flag on that play.
It'll stop the clock. However, it'll move the ball back with it.
Holding. Offense. 10 yards from the spot. Replay first down.
So now, Little Cyclones will have it at the 38-yard line of the Lynx. Now make it 1st down and 20 to go. He'll look, and he's got a man there. He'll flip to Papin, and Papin is stopped almost immediately at about the 40-yard line of the Lynx, which will bring up 2nd and
Loss of 1, 2nd and 22.
it's actually going to be a loss there. And I believe Ames has called a timeout. 54 seconds left to go.
Official provider of athletic training and physical therapy services for Ames High School. For any injury assistance, please see Lindsay Struck or Trevor Engel. McFarlane Clinic. Extraordinary care every day.
Ames playing their 3rd of 4 home games tonight. Unable to come away with a win in the first 2. A 42-7 loss to Fort Dodge and a close 28-25 loss against Iowa City High. However, they have a 17-7 lead with just 54 seconds left in the first half. The next time you can catch the Ames High Little Cyclones here will be on senior night, 2 weeks from today. They'll be playing one of the best in the state of Valley. The Tigers come into Ames High Stadium, and they'll try and take one away from the Little Cyclones. Regardless, we'll stay with the match here. As Downs will shuffle to his right, and he's got a wide open man in Phillips, and Phillips is going to take it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. A wide open man in Corey Phillips. What a job. And the most important thing, no flags on the play.
Number 3, Oricon for the extra point.
A very nice job there done by Downs to find the open man. And Orth will put it through the upright, right? And a late flag coming in as Withers fumbled it a little bit in his hands, but was able to get the ball set up for Orth to kick it just in the nick of time. And I believe he was hit in a defenseless position. So we'll see if this is going to affect where the kickoff will be. Only a 5-yard penalty for
Ames 24, Lincoln 7.
only 5-yard penalty against the Lynx. Regardless, Ames leads 24-7. Just 46 seconds left as this first half closes out. Overall, it's been undoubtedly the best first half of the year for the little Cyclones. They've been able to get their passing game going. Running has been good as well. So see what Orth decides to do here with his kicking unit, excuse me. And on this homecoming weekend, Ames High will induct 6 new players into their Hall of Fame, and Pat Lawler, a former coach at the high school. And like it was
Victor on the return.
Victor returning the ball there. As we'll see what Brown decides to do.
21 yards on the return. First and 10 for Lincoln at their own 26.
There's a log huddle awaits little Cyclones.
Lincoln, that's their final time out of the half.
And strangely enough, Lincoln will elect to burn their final timeout. Got to say, we got a massive crowd here tonight on homecoming weekend. The third of 4 games that will be played here at Ames High Stadium. As mentioned, Ames has not come away with the home win, but tonight that might change as Brown looks over the middle, and he's got a man in Victor, and Victor is tripped up about midfield by Strawhacker. With no timeouts, they must find a way to stop the clock.
25-yard gain Ames 49.
Well, the clock has stopped anyways at 33 seconds, and they are going to spike it. I'm not sure why they decided to do that. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Going to lose it down in the process, so we'll see.
2nd and 10 from the 49.
Council Bluffs has had one of the longer bus rides to Ames. It's about 2.5 to 3 hours away. Decent amount of people from Council Bluffs have decided to turn up and support their Sons as a flag comes in, and Brown will look, and that ball is caught. Somehow that ball was caught.
Complete to Richie, there's a flag on the play.
Regardless, there is a flag on the play. Chase Rich caught it, but a flag right around the offensive line area came in.
Holding. Offense. 10 yards from the spot. Replay 2nd down.
And it's going to be another holding penalty against the Lynx. So they will set up at their own 38-yard line.
From the 38.
They're going to need 23 yards to get a first down. And they'll have to get to about the 30-yard line if they want to get into field goal range. A lot to do with 22 seconds left here in the first half. And Brown, and that ball is almost picked. Almost picked there
By number 14.
by Brady Burkheimer. Now it'll be 3rd and extremely long,
3rd and
23 to be exact, for the Lynx. We'll see what Lynx Brown is. And you've got to get out of bounds as yet another flag comes in, and Fichter was able to get to about the first down.
Brown complete to Victor.
But as mentioned by Carter earlier, so many flags have been thrown that you would think the color guard was here. Now, if you're Ames, do you accept the penalty with 6 seconds left, or you decline it and make them go for a very long field goal? That would be about 58 yards, and it looks like they're going to accept the penalty, and we may see a version of a Hail Mary in a way.
So legal block for the waste. Offense. 10 yards from the spot. Ames is elected to run the clock on the ready.
The penalty will be 3rd and 34 from the 27.
So they took a 10-second runoff on that, I believe. And the clock is running, and now it hits 0, and that's halftime.
It's the end of the first
Little
half.
Cyclones
Ames 24.
put up 24 points against the Lynx while allowing just 1 touchdown. On a very good start for the Little Cyclones. As mentioned before, they lead 24-7. It's halftime here at Ames High Stadium. We'll come back later. You're watching AHS football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Hello, everyone. Just to clarify, those are fireworks, not what you may think they would be. So, just note, no danger here, just fireworks. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody, to Ames High Stadium. Just about ready to get back underway here. Second half. Some scores from around the area. Ankeny Centennial leads at Southeast Polk 10-3. Johnston leads at Ottumwa 14-0. Waukee leads at Des Moines East 27-7, and Valley leads at Urbandale 28-13. The score here is 24-7. The Ames High Little Cyclones have a lead over the Council Bluffs Lincoln Lynx. It's been a very good game so far. Ames's passing has definitely given them the advantage. We've seen touchdowns from Gray, Phillips, not to mention another touchdown, and then a field goal by Will Orth, who's been doing phenomenal not only on the kicks, but in the general fielding this year. Next week, Ames will be on the road. They will be in Council Bluffs, except they will not be facing the Lynx. They will be facing the Council Bluffs Thomas Jefferson High School. For I do not know their mascots, and I will find out as soon as I can. And as the kick goes, and it's going to go all the way back, and it's going to be fielded at about the 5-yard line by, I believe that was Nate Withers. It was. He thought it was going to bounce into the end zone, and it took a bounce back
At the grill, reduced prices
at about the I believe the 12-yard line of Ames territory. And Little Cyclones will have the ball first to begin this second half. Joining me shortly will be Carter White. It's our regular play-by-play. He's in the marching band. He had a great performance out there tonight, just like usual. But also having a great performance tonight is Cooper Downs, passing for a couple of touchdowns. And however, that pass is incomplete. And it'll be second down and 10 for Little Cyclones here. And that ball is going to be caught
Downs pass completion number 18, Evan Gray.
to Evan Gray.
Number 8, Lucas.
And it'll be third down and about, looks like 2 yards for Little Cyclones. 3rd and 2. Downs in trouble with shovel to his right. He's got running room. He's going to get the first down easily. And he's going to stay in bounds. And he looks like he's going to step out of bounds at about the 43, the 42 or the 43-yard line. A nice run there by Cooper Downs. Second on the rushing list for the Little Cyclones this season, only to Derek Papin, their dedicated running back, number 30. On this play, Downs will have 3 to his right, and 1 to his left, 1 in the backfield. Said Papin is going to run it. He's going to break a tackle, and then he's going to be dragged down for a loss of about 2 yards. He didn't get very far there.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
And the Little Cyclones will have a second down, excuse me. Downs will look to his side. He's got Straw Hacker. Straw Hacker will get about, I believe, 6 yards on that play. Jacob Duncan preventing him from getting any more. It'll be third down for the Little Cyclones. 10.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Downs he's got time, and he's going to run again, and he's going to stay on the line, and he's going to run out after about 10 yards. That'll move the chains for the Little Cyclones. They lead 24-7 in a game they've pretty much dominated. Now Downs will have 2 to both of his sides, left and right, with 1 in the backfield. And Papin will run to his left. There's Gray, and he just dropped it. Just slipped out of the hands of Evan Gray there. It'll be second down and 10 from the Council Bluffs Lincoln 42-yard line. Downs will looking to his right now. He'll look across the middle, and that ball is going to be caught. What a catch there by Jonah Strawhacker. Incredible stuff from the senior. He's been leading the charge for the Little Cyclones. And speaking of charging in, here's Carter White. Hey, he's back.
Hello, folks. I have returned from my marching band priorities, and I'm ready to get back into the game. It appears as if the camera has been tilted a little bit. So while I'm fixing that, Ryan actually gets a little bit more time to do some play-by-play.
All right, thank you very much, Carter. Papin gets about 12 yards on that run. And it'll be first down for the Little Cyclones at about the 15-yard line.
All right. And now we're back into it because the camera's looking right now. Downs takes the snap. He fires for the end zone. Oh, Corey Phillips, did he make the grab?
Unbelievable.
He did. Touchdown.
Catch.
Corey Phillips. Oh, another juggling act by Corey Phillips.
Absolutely incredible catch there from Corey Phillips. That's his second touchdown of the game. And he had to use some of his ballet knowledge to keep in bounds there, use that toe drag.
Will Orth's going to be on the extra point. Okay, I'm back for good this time, folks. Not going anywhere anymore.
Well, it's always good to have you back, Carter, as Will Orth will put this one through the uprights.
Thank you, Ryan. It's good to be back. That now makes it a score of 31-7 with 9:48 to go in the third quarter. And with that being said, the Lynx will have the ball when we return, and we'll take a quick break. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it, folks. 31-7. Ames just scored a touchdown over the Lynx. And Orth is about to kick it off back to the Lynx. And we'll see how successful this return attempt will be from the Lynx. I might just let it go out of bounds.
And it's going to be Ames' ball.
Really? I didn't see that it was touched by the Lynx, but it must have been.
They just fell asleep on that one. That is a mental mistake that just cannot happen for the Lynx. But Ames will take the ball. Looks like they got it at about the 33-yard line. And who knows, they might put 7 more up on the board, striking again early, just like they did to start the game.
Ames High playing better than they have any other home game this entire season. And it happened on homecoming night too. One of the more important games for this Ames High team to win.
How fitting is it that Ames gets a homecoming and a great return? They've been dominant, to say the least, Carter.
Here's Downs, who takes the snap, and he fires. Left side, straw hacker, and it's a lateral to Pepin, who gets some running room, and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Ames. Derek Pepin takes it the distance, and Ames strikes again in probably less than a minute, but there's a flag on the play. That might just ruin what just happened.
And, well, it doesn't look like it's dampened their spirits, Carter, so I wouldn't say...
Oh, it's on the defense. The penalty is on the defense.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Get 2 of those, you're out of here.
And Ames High continuing to pound the Lynx as they now lead 37-7 with 9:36 to go in the second quarter. And Will Orth is going to try and tick it through the uprights to make it 38-7.
That drive took all of about 12 seconds off the clock. And they've in about just under the 2.5 minutes that we've had to have this play.
On Lincoln, if that penalty is declined, we'll go for the point after.
Well, they've taken 2.5 minutes to score 13 points so far. Incredible stuff. That's the second time we've seen a lateral from Strawhacker and another heads-up play by him, knowing that he wasn't going to get much further, but knowing that Pepin had some running room.
Orth sweeps the ball through the uprights, and it's 38-7. Ames High completely dominating the Council Bluff Lincoln Lynx. Up 38-7 with 9:36 to go in the second quarter. The ball will be kicked off to the Lynx right after this break. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube.
All right, that's what I'm going to do. So you got your full roster there.
Welcome back into it, folks. It's 38-7 with now just 9:36 to go in the second quarter. Ames just scored a touchdown And now they're going to give the ball back to the Lynx. 2 touchdowns in what I would have to assume was less than a minute.
Yeah. That was just some incredible football that we haven't seen so far from the little Cyclones, let alone at home. But, it's always good to have a good surprise.
The ball rolls back into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. You don't see those too many times in these games, I'll tell you that much.
No, you really don't. The kickers just simply don't have the leg to boot it, 65 yards into the end zone for a touchback. But I thought that ball was going to end up going out of bounds at about the 2-yard line and for a penalty. But no, decent field position. It'll be a good attempt for the Lynx to put themselves on the board.
9:36 to play in the second quarter. The Lynx will have it from their own 20 on 1st and 10 as they're down 38-7. Brown receiving some help from the sideline. Finally takes a snap. Fires to the left side. That is caught. Another person with the last name Brown. That is Damari Brown making a run for it and getting the first down for the Lynx.
How fitting is it that a quarterback with the name Lynx plays for the Lynx? Quite a strange coincidence, and I don't think you see that very often.
And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 35 of their own territory for the Lynx, with 9:20 and counting to go in the third quarter. Yes.
Yes, third quarter.
They haven't accurately updated the scoreboard. It's saying that it's the second quarter, but we know that it's the third. Here's Brown, who takes the snap in the shotgun. He drops back and fires to the right. That is caught. That is Brown once again. And he got at least close to the first down. If not that, then he got it. Oh, I think they're going to mark him just barely short. Oh, they're marking him, yes, just barely short. Needed to get to the 45, got to the 44. 2nd and 1 from the 44-yard line, 8:39 to go in the second quarter for the Lynx. Brown is once again in the shotgun with 3 receivers on his left. This will be a give up the middle despite that, and Ames will pound into Greg Chenoweth.
David Woodruff
on the stop specifically. That'll bring the ball back a little bit. 3rd and 4 from the 41-yard line. And it's 8:06 to go in the second quarter. Lynx are still down 38-7 against the Little Cyclones.
Considering how much time we have left, about 20 minutes of play. Carter, do you think they have a chance to surpass their highest point total of the year, which came last week against Des Moines North with 52 points?
I think they definitely could. Someone on Des Moines, someone stepped over. I think it might have been. Yep. I believe that was. I'm not seeing him on my roster. Number 67. Yeah, we're not seeing him on our roster. But the false start brings the ball back to the 3rd and 9 from the 36. Brown gonna run an option play and not go the distance for the first down. And with 7.5 to go in the second quarter, it will be 4th down for the Lynx. Specifically, 4th down and 5 from the 39 of their own territory. And they're just going to punt it back off. Making the punt this time will be Damari Brown for the Lynx. Oh, he had it blocked. He had it blocked, and who's going to get it? It's Jack White. And it actually ended up being picked up by someone else from the Little Cyclones, but it was picked up by the Little Cyclones. What a play that time. I had a feeling that Damari Brown was holding on to the ball far too long for that to be a successful punt.
Yeah, looks like, I think it was Brady Berkheimer who may have gotten on that one. And White just he just missed the ball barely. It's almost as if he overstepped it. But regardless, Ames High has great field position. They could put another 6 up on the board and possibly another extra point. Who knows? It's all to come.
38-7 is the mark. The Little Cyclones are up, and they have the ball with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. First and 10 from the Lynx 32 after the blocked punt. Downs takes the snap, and Papin will be stopped very shortly after he's given the ball. Looked like a gain of only about 1 yard, if anything. And now with 6:43 and counting to go in the third quarter, it's 2nd and 8 from the 30 of Lynx territory. Downs takes a snap. It's another give to Papin up the middle. He's got some running room, and I think he got the first down there.
Let's see.
No, I think they're going to mark him short. They are, just barely.
Just barely short.
31 from the 23.
3rd and 1, 23-yard line. Papin is given the ball up the middle, and he's got the first down and a little bit more to the 15-yard line. And it's 6:09 to go in the third quarter now, and it's 1st and 10 from the 16 of the Lynx territory after the 7-yard gain, and another flag. Another false start, I believe.
That's got to be double-digit penalty markers that we've seen tonight. Definitely more than 10. We've seen so many, as you mentioned, that it's like the color guard is out here, except they forgot the green and red and blue. Just yellow.
If only I had $1 for every flag there's been in this game, folks, I'd be comparable to Bill Gates. There's Derek Papin, who's going to get a little bit of yards.
Jeff Bezos, considering he's the richest man in the world. Regardless, let's say he can make a good profit from Ames winning this game.
5:36 to go in the second quarter and counting. 2nd and 14 from the 20 of the Lynx territory. Downs fires for the end zone, almost making the grab was Evan Gray, someone who's caught a touchdown pass, at least one, earlier in this game.
Yes.
Unable to haul it in there in the left back corner of the end zone. And it'll be 3rd and 14 from the 20 with 5:28 to go in the second quarter. Third quarter clock has been stopped there. Ames still up 38-7, however. Oh. Downs fires. It's Strawhacker making the grab. And he's got the first.
Downs to Strawhacker, tackled by number 22, Garner.
And that'll get him the first down. Or will it? They might be marking them. They're marking them short. Just barely short. 4th and 1 from the 7. And I believe timeout's being taken. Yes, it is.
Timeout. Lincoln.
Timeout's being taken by Council Bluffs Lincoln. 4th and 1 from the 7 of Lynx territory for the Ames High Little Cyclones, who are up 38-7 with 5:04 to go in the third quarter. When we return, keep it right here. You are watching AHS football on the AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it, folks. With 5:04 to go in the third quarter, Ames has it on the 7 of Council Bluffs Lincoln territory. 4th and 1. And they're up 38-7, and they're very close to increasing that lead. Quarterback sneak by Cooper Downs gives them the first down.
Yep. Nice run there by Cooper Downs. He's been a little bit less rushing in the second and third quarter. He had a very good first quarter, but the running game for Papin has been much better than it has been in the last 2 times we've seen him out.
Here's Downs, who fires to Strawhacker, gets through the defense, and Ames puts another 6 on the board. And Ames continuing to increase their lead over the Lynx. Now up 44-7 after that touchdown.
Yeah, it's like a cyclone came through here and blew the Lynx away. Wow, what a score.
And on the pad attempt, once again, will be Will Orth, trying to make it 45-7. And he is successful. 45-7 is now your mark with 4:52 to go in the third quarter. We'll keep it actually right here and actually discuss a comment that we had earlier by Connor Bailey. Thank you for the compliment. And unfortunately, the webcam that we use does not allow us to zoom in. But we are looking into newer, better technology so that we can give you guys better high quality content. So we'll be looking into that and making sure that we give you the best content that we can give.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always room for improvement, but, you got to stick with what you have. Got to make do. But the little Cyclones have definitely made done with what they have now, 45-7.
I'm actually going to adjust the camera if necessary because we might not be able to see back there the people on the return for Council Bluffs. Orth is going to be kicking it off once again for the little Cyclones. Giving it back once again to the Lynx, who, if they're getting back into this game, it's not only going to take a miracle, but a real A game at this point. That's a far kick. That's a good kick by Orth. And that is going to be Brown on the turn. Damari Brown on the return. He'll get to the 30-yard line. And that is where Lynx Brown and the offensive line of the Lynx will set up for another offensive drive.
21-yard return, first and 10 for Lincoln at their own 31.
The temperature dropped 2 degrees from when we last updated you guys. It's now 54 degrees Fahrenheit, a 7-mile-per-hour wind with a 4% chance of precipitation as of right now, as Brown takes the snap and fires to the left side. Pass is caught for a gain of what looks like about 8. And that is Richie making the grab.
Nice job by Alvarez there to prevent a first down. He stopped him about 2 yards short.
Gain of 7, second and 3 for 38.
It was actually a gain of 7 that time. It'll be 2nd and 3 from the 38-yard line. Lynx are still in their own territory with 3:57 and counting to go in the third quarter. Oh, and another. It's more. That time it was offsides, I believe. False start on the offense, actually. False starts, offsides. That's been quite a Council Bluffs Lincoln just can't wait for the ball to be snapped.
Oh yeah, they're excited. They had a 3-hour bus ride here to Ames today. Well, I think they had a little bit too much energy and or just not able to set quickly.
It's 2nd and 8 from the 37-yard line, and now it'll be definitely farther back, as that was Chenoweth trying to make a run for it. Didn't get very far on the carry.
No, he got stopped immediately by Caleb Gura, had a couple other guys that I couldn't see the numbers of, but regardless, didn't allow him to get any yardage, so it'll be 3rd down.
No gain. It's 3rd and 8, 2:53 to go in the third quarter from the 33 of the Lynx territory. The Lynx have the ball. Taking the snap is Brown, firing for the first down. Think they got it. They did. That is Lucas Spanger for the first down for the Lynx, and they'll move the change for the first time in a while in this game, if I'm being honest. And that'll be gain of 12 yards, 1st and 10 from the 45, still in their own territory for the Lynx. who are down 45-7 against the Little Cyclones, with now just 2:10 and counting to go in the third quarter. Two receivers on the right, two receivers on the left for Brown. He fires. That's going deep downfield. And unable to make the grab is Spanger once again, defended that time by, it looks like,
I believe that was Diego Alvarez again, preventing the completion.
clock will continue to move down to 1:36 to go in the second quarter. And it's 2nd and 10 on the 45-yard line. Now a minute and a half to go, minute and a half and counting to go in the third quarter. Brown takes a snap for the Lynx. He fires the left side. The pass is caught by Garner, but not enough for the first down. That looked like about 5 yards to me.
Gabe Ante, a name we haven't spoke much about tonight. He was really important in this little Cyhawk rivalry game that we last brought to you. What was that? 3 weeks ago now. It's been a while. But
It has
good to be back.
It's very good to be back. It's been a while since we've done play-by-play for football. I got to tell you, this definitely is one of my favorite sports to do play-by-play for.
Oh, you're gonna love soccer. It's super fast, and you know things can change in an instant. And who knows? I might take your play-by-play job.
Here is Brown, who fires to the right side, and getting some room to run is Damari Brown. He gets away from the defenders. He goes all the way for the touchdown for the Lynx. Fantastic
And
play that time
we
by
have an
Brown,
injury.
but a flag or an injury.
We have an injury.
Injury on the field.
Trying to figure out who that is.
It's someone in the 50s.
It could be Caleb Graw. It will have to see his number in the back. Not sure if
Could
it's
be
something
Caleb Graw.
with his knee. And there aren't too many. I believe it is Caleb Graw. And what a loss that would be for Little Cyclones. He's been one of the better tacklers tonight. But it's not looking good for him, Carter, is it?
No, it's not. He's not even getting up.
Think of a last resort. You know, you have to bring the card on. And that's the last thing you need.
Oh,
Well,
it's 53. It is Graw. It is Caleb Graw, the junior, weighing in at 225 pounds.
He's
Number
putting
53.
absolutely no weight.
Being
on
helped
that
off the field.
He's putting no weight on that right ankle. So, well, he'll go to the trainers, I'm sure. Trainers here do an excellent job of getting our guys back out on the field. Oh, whatever it may be, whether it be just a tight muscle, or a sprained ankle, they know everything.
Despite what happened, Lincoln still gets to keep their touchdown that they got with Damari Brown. And now it'll be McGill Rodriguez putting it through the uprights to make it 45-14. You know what they say, Ryan? Journey of 1,000 steps starts. Journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Could this be the single step for the Lynx? We'll have to see after this break. 45-14 is your mark with 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lynx will kick the ball off to the Little Cyclones when we return. Keep it right here. You are watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it, folks. With 22 seconds to go in the third quarter, it's 45-14. And the little Cyclones just got struck back at by the Lynx as they just got done scoring a touchdown. Long touchdown. Short pass to Damari Brown turned into something big. You know what they say, big things can sometimes come in small packages, and that was the case in that last touchdown.
Yeah, it really was. Oh, it looked like it wasn't going to be much yards, or it looked like he would have had the first down had he been tackled right there, but he got past a few men and there was nobody in the backfield to stop him. But you never know. Oh, there's still good 12 minutes.
Here's a return by Jack White. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about roughly at the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Cooper Downs and the Little Cyclones, who have 16 seconds left in this third quarter to make something happen. As much as they're up by, it's not a terribly big deal if they don't make something happen. "16 seconds left to go in the third quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 36 of their own territory for Cooper Downs and the Little Cyclones, who are up 45-14 as Downs takes the snap, moves to his left, fires. That pass is caught
by Withers.
That is Withers with the grab. Looks like they're just a little bit short of the first down. Lennox Brown once again, proving that he can be a quarterback and make defensive plays. He was the one who pushed Withers out of bounds.
Yeah, and when he eventually does graduate next year, I wonder what he's gonna try and play football as, a quarterback or a defensive back. I'm pretty sure he'd be good in both, as the quarter will come to an end here.
Downs, a give to Papin up the middle, gets them the first down, and that brought the clock down to just 1 second to go in the third quarter. They'll have one more play before we head into the final quarter of the game.
Right.
Oh, never mind. They let the clock roll, and it'll actually be the end of the third quarter here. 45-14 is the final score of the third quarter. Ames dominating the Lynx. Lynx need a miracle to get back into this game. Can it happen? We'll find out after this break. Keep it right here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Oh, welcome back into it, folks. I wasn't aware that we were getting back into it so quickly. Sorry about that. Missed the first play. Well, now 11:51 and counting. Score is still 45-14, 11:46 and counting to go in the fourth quarter. It's now 2nd and 10 from the 2nd and 9 from the 46-yard line of Lynx territory for the Little Cyclones. Downs moving to his right, firing. The pass is caught. That is had to have been Withers or someone. Withers making the grab.
He is slow to get up. Oh no, this is another player you can't afford to lose for Ames. He's been everywhere tonight. Well, at least he ended up on the Ames sideline, so they didn't have to stop and bring him across the field.
1st and 10 from the 31 for Downs and the Little Cyclones. Papin is given the ball. He runs to the right. Gets a little bit of progress and will be taken down. And it'll be a gain of a few yards on the play. 11:11 to go in the fourth quarter. Gain of 8 yards, 2nd and 2 from the 23 of Lynx territory. Downs fires the left side. Incomplete, and Spanger had a chance to pick that off for the Lynx.
Yeah, he did have a chance. He got right in front of, I think you said that was Gray, correct? Yes. Yeah, he had a
10:58 to
chance.
go in the fourth quarter. It's now 3rd and 2 from the 23 of Lynx territory for the Little Cyclones. Downs, fires right side.
What a
Is that
catch.
caught? Yes, it is. How about that? Keaton Wall, what a grab. How about that? A nice play right there by Keaton Wall for the first down for the Little Cyclones. And a chance to increase their lead even farther.
It's like, as if that ball was a motorcycle moving between two stopped cars. There wasn't much room, but it fit through.
10:45 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 1st and 7 from the 7-yard line. Not sure who the ball was given to. I think it was Papin. Not sure how far he got on that play. Now just under 10.5 to play in the fourth quarter, and it'll be. I don't think they got any yards. Might have lost a yard actually. Downs will take the snap as it's 2nd and 7. He'll fire for the end zone. Overthrows Jonah Strawhacker, and it'll be 3rd and 7 from the 7.
Downs
45-14, 10:07 to play in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 7 from the 7 for the Little Cyclones. We're 7 yards away from a touchdown. Downs on a scramble, fires for the end zone. Oh, did he grab it? He did. Who was that? Who made the grab that time? It was Nico Stevens. Nico Stevens, how about the play for the touchdown? 51-14. What a play by Nico Stevens. Just barely manages to haul it in with 9:59 to go in the fourth quarter. And it's Orth who will try and put it through the uprights to make it 52-14. And it's right through the uprights. 9:59 to go in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 7. 52-14 is the mark with 9:59 to go in the fourth quarter. And with that being said, we will take a quick break. And after this break, Ames will be giving the ball back to the Lynx, who are in a desperate hole. Can they get out of that hole? That'll be figured out after this break. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube.
Regardless,
Welcome back into it, folks. It is 9:59 to go in the fourth quarter. Ames High just scored a touchdown to make it 52-14 over the Council Bluffs Lincoln Lynx. And the ball is about to be given to the Lynx. Let's see here. Orth is about to be on the kick to kick it off and give it back to the Lynx. And that time it is Garner on the return for the Lynx. Gets a little bit of running room and manages to get to, looked like about the 35-yard line, perhaps. Not exactly sure where they got to, actually. 17-yard return. 1st and 10 from their own 29 for the Council Bluffs Lynx. 29-yard line, 1st and 10. With 9:20 to go in the fourth quarter and counting, it's 52-14. There's a throw to, that looks like Spanger. who makes a throw.
Brown's pass complete to Spanier.
And
Makes the catch there.
that's Wall with the tackle that time to get a few yards for the Lynx.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 from the 34, still in their own territory. And it's 8:48 to go in the fourth quarter and counting. Here is Brown, who takes a snap and fires to his left side. That pass is caught. That's Garner, who I think might have just barely gotten to the first down. Yes, he did. Got the first down, and Lynx move the chains.
Yeah, I think they're using a little too much clock time here, and their chances of winning are very close to zero at this point. Although it is still possible by some means.
Oh my word! The ball is picked off by Jack White, and it's a pick six. My goodness, Jack White, a pick six as it was tipped off of the hands of one of the Lynx. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, what a play by Jack White, the 5'10 junior, number 2. That might be Ames' first pick six of the entire season.
Yeah, that was a really, really nice job by White to stay with the play, and he had nobody inside. He had a whole county of running space there. Or he could run all the way. He could run all the way west to the Pacific Ocean, and nobody would have stopped him. What a touchdown!
Extra point attempt by Ames is good to make it 59.
Oh, actually,
oh wait,
it
went
no
off the
good.
upright.
Off the upright.
Off the upright, and then the score will stay 58-14.
And we should note that is the backup kicker, Mario Napolitano, number 84. That'll be one you'll want to forget. Regardless, it's still 58-14, a massive score.
Cheerleaders below us currently doing as many jumping jacks as points were scored by us.
Yeah. They've probably done a couple more, I'm surprised their leg muscles haven't tightened in this cold. And the wind is not helping either. It's picked up a little bit in the last 10 minutes, I would say.
Let's give you guys a weather update. Temperature stays the same at 54 degrees Fahrenheit, still 7 miles an hour as of right now. 4% chance of precipitation. It is getting quite chilly, I must admit that.
Meteorologist Carter, you are. I've got a weather update. I'm saying that a cyclone has come through Ames and has absolutely obliterated the Council Bluffs Lincoln Lynx. Nothing left behind.
Casey Mum's going to be on the punt for the Little Cyclones, who are up 58-14 after an excellent pick six from Jack White. 7:57 to go in the fourth quarter.
And
there's a flag on the play.
What?
And nobody has even moved. Delay of game. Really one of the only possible flags you could give in this situation. And so 7:57 to go in the fourth quarter. And it's 58-14.
I don't think I've
Casey
ever.
Mum's about to be on the kickoff.
I don't think I've ever seen a penalty on a kickoff before, or when the ball hasn't been kicked. Not sure if you have either, but
I don't think I've ever seen a delay of game personally.
Yeah, quite strange.
And a quite rare occurrence in football as Casey Mum sends that one way downfield, and Garner's going to be on the return for the Lynx. Actually, it's not Garner on the return. It is, that is Damari Brown on the return for the Lynx, who are down 58-14 against the Little Cyclones. 7:40 to go in the fourth quarter and counting. First and 10 from the 39. 7:21 to go in the fourth quarter and counting, 58-14. And the Lynx are back on the field from their own 35 with 1st and 10. And Garner had a chance to make a first down grab over the middle, and it ended up going out of his hands, and ball will stay right where it was, and they will be at 2nd down now. And 10 from the 35 with just under 7 minutes to play in the fourth quarter and counting. It's 58-14.
I think the little Cyclones are completely content with running the clock out. They know they've pretty much won this game, especially with that pick 6.
Brown receives some help on the sideline before taking the snap. Fires to his left side. The pass is caught. That is Rich once again. And looks like he looks like he was getting a little close to a touchdown, to a first down. And it'll be 3rd and 1 from the 44-yard line now. .6:10 and counting to go in the fourth quarter. It's 2nd and 1 from the 44-yard line, 58-14. It's going to be Brown who gives up the middle. That should get the first down. The give was given to Chenoweth with 5:50 and counting to go in the fourth quarter. Tyson Chambers on the tackle that time for the Little Cyclones. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line.
This is basically Ames's B team coming in. The players who don't get much playing time, but they're getting some very important experience here.
Brown once again receiving help from the sideline before taking the snap. With 5:25 and counting to go, he takes the snap and he gives. It's once again Chenoweth, and he's got the first on that give. Good run that time by Chenoweth. And that'll move the chains once again for the Lynx.
Gain of 11, 1st and 10 at the Ames 40.
That was a gain of 11. Brown and the Lynx will have it 1st and 10 from the 40, now on Ames' side of the field. Common trend continuing to happen as Brown still receives help from the sideline before he takes the snap, and he fires to his right side. Once again, it's Rich with the grab. He makes a spin move, and he's moving down the sideline and gets to the 10-yard line. And that was Frank Miller knocking him out of bounds. And that will make it 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line.
26, 1st and 10 at the 14.
With 4:13 to go in the fourth quarter. I did. Here's Brown, who takes a snap. Once again, a give up the middle to Chenoweth. That time it will be unsuccessful. He barely got anywhere on that give.
Yeah, he didn't get very far. I think he even lost a yard on that one. Regardless, it's not really going to matter whether the Lynx score. It's going to be near impossible for them to make 45 points up in a matter of 3 minutes of counting.
2nd and 10 from the 14. 3:35 to go in the fourth quarter. And here's Brown, who's scrambling. Gets some blockers. Will he get to the end zone? And they are saying he did. Touchdown, Lynx. How about that play to make it 58-20 as the Lynx get a touchdown but are still down by quite a bit.
Yeah, that was a bit controversial. It was somewhat of a blindside block there. I couldn't see who it was on or who blocked, but it prevented the defender from getting to Brown, and then Brown took it to the end zone.
2nd and 10 from a PAT attempt will be taken by Rodriguez. Once again, it's through the uprights, and the score is now 58-21 after the Lynx, who are still trailing by quite a bit, put some more points on the board. 58-21 with 3:24 to go in the fourth quarter. Ames, 3 minutes and 24 seconds from more than likely ending this game. We'll see what happens, though, after this break. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. We'd like to let you know about some area scores. Ankeny Centennial and Southeast Polk. The Jaguars currently lead 20-17 over the Rams. And then you have Valley versus Urbandale. Valley 52, Urbandale 13. Roosevelt versus Fort Dodge. It's a close game at 16-14 with the Roosevelt just barely on top.
Timeout. Ames.
And a timeout is taken by the Little Cyclones. We will continue to take a break. 3:24 to go in the fourth quarter. Ames is up 58-21 over Council Bluffs Lincoln. We'll be right back. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Well, welcome back into it, folks, with 3:24 to go in the fourth quarter. The Lynx, who are facing very much defeat right now, down 58-21, just managed to get a touchdown. That's how they got their 21st. That's how they got to 21 points in this game so far. And they're about to kick it back off to the Little Cyclones, who as of right now are very much in a position to win this game with a dominant lead and not very much time for the Lynx to recover from the dominant lead. And the flag will come on the play for the ball going out of bounds on the kick.
Yeah. We'll have to go watch this back to see how many flags have been on there.
Kicking team. Ball be placed at the 35-yard line.
And the ball will be placed at the 35-yard line as a result of the penalty. And Ames, in my opinion, you don't really need to score much. Play your cards right. And with this little time left, you can honestly run the clock out. All right. 3:24 to go in the fourth quarter. 58-21. There's a give up the middle. That is, I think it's Tyson Chambers. 3:10 to go in the fourth quarter and counting. 2nd and 9. From the 36-yard line now.
I'm missing something. Did they just onside kick that?
I'm really not sure. They might have that might be the case in the situation.
Or no, Ames is on offense. I don't know what I'm saying. We had an out of bounds kicking procedure. I had a little mental lapse, and we picked up 1 yard.
2:43 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 58-21. 2nd and 9 from the 36. It's another give to Tyson Chambers, who runs and gets some running room. And wait a minute, did that ball come out? No, it didn't. Sorry, folks, it just looked like it did. Now just under 2.5 to play in the fourth quarter. Clock is continuing to move. And we have an injury.
Oh, wow. Oh, he was right at the bottom of that pile, and he took a big hit. And he hit
the quarterback,
Chambers
Lynx
hard.
Brown, currently checking on him.
Is it really Lynx Brown? No, it is
Anthony Oberlin,
yes.
who was able to get up pretty easily, not having too much help getting off the field, so it must not have been something too bad.
No, maybe he had the wind knocked out of you.
Perhaps so.
Yeah, just a simple knock down and get back up again.
It seems like it's getting more chilly and more windy, but it's staying exactly the same as it was earlier at 54 degrees Fahrenheit and a 7-mile-per-hour wind. But it seems like it's getting colder as the night progresses.
Yeah, that wind is coming straight into our face, as told by little flags/banners that are held just to our left.
Chambers, another give up the middle, and it's going to get them a few yards. And it's going to be 4th down for the Little Cyclones. 1:53 to go in the 4th quarter, and the Little Cyclones are getting ready to celebrate a homecoming game victory. And their first home victory of the season.
Yeah.
They're still letting the clock roll down to 1 minute, 30 seconds.
They're just going to take delay
Might use a
of game
timeout.
here. Nope.
And Coach Vertinen uses a timeout for the Little Cyclones. It'll be 4th and 4 from their own 41. And the Little Cyclones are up 58-21 with 1:27 to go in the 4th quarter. All this and more when we return. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube.
Fourth down.
Welcome back into it with 1:27 to go in the 4th quarter. The Little Cyclones in a position to take the win as they are up 58-21. They're on their own 41 with 4th and 4, so they're going to give the ball back to the Lynx. It's going to be Straw Hacker punting it back off. Oh, and it could have been, it very much could have been. It was close to being blocked, and it was also close to being a roughing the kicker call.
Oh, yeah.
If the defender wasn't careful enough, but that didn't end up happening.
Strange that the clock is still running, considering that the ball went out of bounds.
And it's the 1st and 10 for Lincoln at the 36-yard line. 54 seconds and counting to go in the 4th quarter. Ames fans already starting to leave.
Well, I think they are leaving having the satisfaction of winning this game for the Hall of Fame inductees, these for all the past coaches and past players that have come back, returned home to see this generation of Ames football really turn on the Jets tonight.
And this time on the field is Eli Lusajo getting some seconds as playing as quarterback. 17 seconds and counting to go in the 4th quarter after that incomplete pass. And Lynx might have time for one more play before this game is over.
I think
they got to hurry up. It's now just 5 seconds.
They got to get the ball off.
Lusajo just barely gets the ball off in time. This is the last play of the game. And Lusajo is going to scramble and be taken down. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. The Little Cyclones take their 2019 homecoming game over the Council Bluffs Lincoln's Lynx by a final score of 58-21.
What a fantastic game this was for the Ames High-Low Cyclones. You know, they pounced early, and that's really what won them the game. The fact that they were able to shorten their drives up, but they were able to make big plays from their big players, especially from Evan Gray and Corey Phillips in that first half. They really did a phenomenal job.
We'll be returning to this broadcast in just a second with final game thoughts. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. We'll be right back with the post-game show. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the post-game show. Carter White alongside Ryan Eggert to give our final thoughts on Ames High's 2019 homecoming varsity football game, where the Little Cyclones would end up winning by a final score of 58-21. Ryan, what do you have to say?
Well, that was just a phenomenal game from the Little Cyclones. The fact that they were able to come out and pounce early, getting that touchdown and quickly getting a fumble recovery. It wasn't without a bit of difficulty, that fumble, but they really didn't turn the ball over too much tonight. And the Lynx were just unable to really get anything going offensively. And, that's my take on it. Really good win, and this should propel them back to Council Bluffs next week to take on Council Bluffs Thomas Jefferson. It'll be a fantastic game.
Me personally, folks, I think that was a fantastic game. Fantastic fight by both teams, but Ames would end up having the stronger fight, and that's what would lead to the bigger win for the Little Cyclones, getting their first home win of the season. And it's got to feel good. It's got to feel good when you win at home for the first time. And I think that Jack White making that pick six out of thin air, and an amazing play. I have to say, I might have some classes with him next week. If I do, definitely got to congratulate him for that. That was just phenomenal. Cooper Downs, an amazing running game. Lots of great receivers as well, like Jonas Strawhacker and Evan Gray making some great plays, and Corey Phillips. Just a phenomenal performance by the Game Tie Little Cyclones.
Yeah, it was really phenomenal. Also, Derek Papin, the running back, had really fantastic game. We saw him cut more and be able to accelerate like we hadn't seen him before. But it's always nice to have a little bit of a good surprise.
Absolutely. Well, folks, that's going to do it here from Ames High Stadium. The next event on AHS Sports Network will be this Tuesday, October 8th at 6:30 p.m. Central. A volleyball matchup between your Ames High Little Cyclones and the Johnston Dragons. Thanks for tuning in to AHS Football on AHS Sports Network. Final score here from Ames High Stadium, 58-21. The Little Cyclones would win over the Council Bluff Lincoln Lynx. That's going to do it here, ladies and gentlemen, from AHS Sports Network. I'm Carter White.
I'm Ryan Eggert.
The voices of your Ames High Little Cyclones signing off.